back to my channel. So I have been really cheeky and I was watching Dawn, which is Shiny Silver Treasures here on YouTube. I was watching her use wallpaper in some of her projects and it reminded me that I've got some wallpaper. But I was like thinking to myself when I was bored the other day, oh, I could just, you know, go to B&Q and see what kind of wallpapers they've got going on now. Because I'd been there before and they actually gave me a whole roll of wallpaper for free that was in their clearance section that they were trying to get rid of. So I remembered that and I went back and they didn't have any free rolls of wallpaper, but they do let you take samples. So I picked a few that I liked. Just a little few. Anyway, I just got like one square of the pattern. Like I didn't take multiples because I thought that would be taking the mick a little bit. But yeah, I'll show you what I picked up. And honestly, I felt really weird in the shop doing this. And yeah, I don't know. But I got some awesome stuff, so the anxiety was worth it. So the first one I'm going to show you is this one. It's got all these vintagey, grungy looking numbers and letters and stuff on it. And it reminded me very much of Tim Holtz. I liked a bit of the wood grain. I loved this little keyhole. I thought that would look awesome on a journal. And I really loved the fact that these were squares, so I thought that I could cut them into squares and use them individually on my pages. So yeah, really cool one. And the next vintagey one that I picked was this one. It had butterflies on it and this little bird house and these little hanging pictures of like plants, which I thought would be great on a junk journal. Sorry, this is going to be a bit of a noisy video. So there's the rest of the pattern. And like I said, I only took up until the pattern repeated again. I didn't take like tons and tons because that really would be taking the mickey. Then I found this one, which was New York themed. I didn't take very much of this one. But yeah, it has New York there, it's got some of the buildings. I like the little man walking, Manhattan, uptown, downtown. I thought I could use on anything, and there was just like lots of like painterly textures here that I thought would be great as collage elements. And I'm really sorry if the camera shakes. I don't have a lot of room to work with because these are quite big papers, because they're meant to go on the wall obviously. Then I found another vintagey one, which was this one with animals on. I love the parrot, and on Dawn's card she used a bird and it was beautiful, and when I saw this I was like, oh, I can make one pretty like Dawn. But it's got very subtle glitter on it, it's beautiful, and I love the cat and the butterflies are just stunning, and all the birds, small butterflies, another parrot, and there's a toucan on it, so if you like your tropical you might like this one. I'm not a massive fan of toucans, but I loved all the other things, and I know people that do like toucans, so that won't go to waste. I honestly could have taken more samples because they had some seriously gorgeous stuff. I mean, if you want to go and have a look online and plan out like what you want to find when you get there, you could do that. I didn't do that. I was just I happened to be nearby and I was like, ooh, I'm bored, let's go and look at the wallpaper. Because that's how my brain works apparently. Then I picked this one, which looks like watercoloured flowers. I think that's upside down. Yeah, that looks like a pomegranate. I like that big flower. I thought they would be nice on front covers of journals. And I also picked this up for a reference for me to paint. I just thought it would be inspiring, and it's not really picking up on, oh it is now, on camera, but you can see the rose gold foil, and I thought that was gorgeous. And I love the way they've used circles on the leaves. I thought that was really quirky. So I kind of picked that up more for inspiration than anything else, but I will use it. And then the next one I picked up was this one, and I didn't take very much of this at all because I didn't think it was right to take too many, but it's got loads of elements on it, so there's little buttons I thought I could cut out, and it's basically what you would expect to be on a crafter's shelf with all these little junk journals, and I just thought that would make an awesome cover for, like, if you made a mini album and then put all your junk journals, like traveller's notebooks, inside, if you know what I mean. You could have this as a cover and it would kind of tell you what's inside. Anyway, that's what my brain was thinking. But I also really loved these little pieces. I thought you could cut them out and put them on spines of journals, and this butterfly was cute. So yeah, I thought that was gorgeous. So I picked a little bit of that up. And this is not something that I would do all of the time because they'd probably kick you out if you went every week. But every now and then it's good to see like what's in fashion and the colours and get inspiration. Then I found this graffiti one. I don't know if I've ever shared this, but I used to love doing graffiti when I was younger. So I picked up this one. Just says art and urban. And I picked this up because my really good friend Loki and I went to London, and when we got lost we ended up in this tunnel in Waterloo with all this amazing street art, and I thought this would look cool on a page about street art maybe. We also went to the Tate, so yeah. So yeah, there was lots of different words on this one, and this is on a grey background, and I also picked up the exact same one, but it's like a white background. I won't show you that just because the video is going to get long, and it's literally the same thing. This is probably the favourite one I found. I was like, oh my god, if I owned my house, this would be on my craft room walls, and I would graffiti over the top of that. It's just, I love it. It's like really bright, vibrant colours. This actually really reminds me of Julia McNeil, because the bright pinks and the blues and the yellows I see her use a lot. But yeah, I just love this with the brick pattern on the back. It was like Julia's funness with my grunginess come together. I don't know, my brain goes into weird places. But anyway, I really loved it, and I'm gonna have some serious fun using that. The only sad thing is that it's large scale, but I'm still gonna use it because it's awesome. Then I picked up a map one. Sorry, there's so many I'm reaching over. And I just thought this was cool. I'm guessing this is, well, I was thinking that it might be America, but now I'm not so sure because it has Soho there. So maybe it's in London somewhere. Oh no, this one says Little Italy, Chinatown. So if you know where that is, awesome. Yeah, don't know, but I thought it was cool, so I picked that up. So I think that it is all of the wallpapers I picked up. Oh, I lied. These aren't wallpapers, but they're borders. I found this on a roll. They also had another one that was a different colour, but I didn't like it as much, so I just picked up this one. And this is really cool because it's adhesive backed, so you can literally just use it like a sticker. And I thought this looked like a velvet ribbon, which is why I picked it up. I really like that. Oh, they also had a London version of that New York wallpaper, and this was literally hanging off the end, and I only wanted a little piece of this for the London page that I'm going to be journaling about, so I just tore the little bit off the end because honestly I was carrying so many rolls by this point I was starting to feel a bit stupid. Anyway, I picked up this and it says getting lost is not a waste of time, and I thought this would look really awesome on a 12 by 12 scrapbook layout if it fits. Again, I think this is adhesive backed, so that's also cool. Oh, and one more order. I picked up completely different style, but this was obviously for a kid's room, but I just love the illustrations on it, and I thought it would make some cute baby cards or just some fun things to play with, really. So that is all the wallpaper and borders that I got. And then, ta-da, I picked up all of these little paint swatches. I didn't see any of the ones that were like the tones, you know, where you get 4 colours on the same one, but I probably didn't look that hard, to be honest, because I was getting really tired. I'd been in the shop for hours looking at all these wallpapers, and even to the point where like the other customers were commenting, "Oh, are you still here?" So I was like, okay, I probably should leave now. But anyway, I picked up a few of these ones. These are the Valspar colours, and I thought they were really pretty. I thought they'd be nice for punching things out of because they're quite thick. Also, just to do different projects on. They could make cool ATCs, and you could like have that as a little window or something. I don't know. I just picked them up because I like the colours. I'm sure I'll find something to do with them. And then I was really surprised to see that Pantone do paint colour swatches, and I had never seen these, and I'm obsessed with Pantone colours, so I've picked up all sorts. There's some muted ones, some like neutrals, some pastels, some really bright ones. Like I basically got the whole rainbow. Yeah, they were gorgeous. Oh, there's one more of those. So I had lots of fun in B&Q. I felt like I'd made out like a bandit, to be honest, and but I probably won't do this again for a little while because I've got quite a lot of stuff to use. So now what I will probably end up doing is spending a little bit of time cutting out the elements that I think I'll use from the wallpaper, and that's mostly just to shrink down the size of what I've got, where I have a project in mind anyway. And hopefully that will just help with storing it a little bit. And yeah, don't know what I'm going to do with these paint chips yet. I might just do a junk journal about colours or something and include the colours in there. Yeah, I'll think of something, but I thought that I would share that with you in case you guys wanted to go out and get any wallpaper samples from your local DIY shop. And as I said, I went to B&Q, but you could go anywhere. You could go home base or wherever. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. "50 awesome points to everybody who got this far in the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can find out when I release new videos. And there are a couple of videos here for your delectation if you so desire.